graders. As we go along in our exploration of what a book review is, today I'm going to ask you to write a review of your own. Now, it doesn't have to be about a book. It can be about a movie, about a TV show. It can be about a favorite toy. It can be about a favorite game you like to play. It can be about a video game that you like to play or an activity that you like to do. But your job today and our focus is just going to be working on supporting our opinions with evidence. So we're going to be working on that part of the book review. So our writing focus is I can write opinion pieces on topics or texts supporting a point of view with reasons. So that's what we're really going to focus on today. So I have this chart right here where I wrote out different sentence starters that we can work on for supporting opinions with evidence. So the first one is one reason why I think blank is blank. So one reason why I think candy is the best food is because it tastes good. Okay? That would be that. One thing you can write here is this is why I think that this story is the best, because you can also say one example of this is because another way the author shows blank 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 is because blank blank blank. Another example is, so you can introduce another example in the story or about why you think the toy is the best, or why you think that's the best movie of all time, or if you like ... then ... So say if you're saying, well, if you like the Harry Potter movies ... then you'll really like the Harry Potter novels. Okay, so you could say that there. Another good phrase to use is when I first started reading this book, I thought ... now I think ... So, by the way, all those dots, they're called something special. They're called ellipsis, and that means that you're supposed to fill in what happens afterwards, if I didn't make that clear at the beginning. But, so, this is kind of like if your opinion changes from the beginning of time you use something or think of something till the end. So, like at the beginning, if you start playing a video game and you think it's really ridiculous, but by the end you really love it, you could use this phrase. So when I first started reading this book, or when I first started playing this video game, I thought it wasn't so great, but now that I have some experience with it, now I think ... So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of these prompts, and I'm going to write a really shortened version of a book review. But it's only going to be one part, really, of our book review. It's going to be focused on just the part where we support our opinions with evidence, because that's what you're doing today. You're just going to write about a 5-sentence. Make sure you write it. You're going to be writing about a 5-sentence review of something that you really love. So I'm going to write a short review of Farewell Floppy, and you guys can watch me as I do it right here. I have to put this right here so I can see it. So I'll just start right here, just because I have to introduce what it is to begin with. So I can write it right here. One of my favorite books is Farewell Floppy. You could also say one of my favorite stories. You could say one of my favorite video games is, and then fill it in right there. So I'm going to start off by saying one of my favorite books is Farewell Floppy. And I'm going to say one reason you should, sorry, this isn't my best handwriting, read this book, or play this video game, or watch this movie. One reason you should read this book is because of the hilarious illustrations. And I'm going to add on to that, I really love how the author draws Floppy. really like to see his ears hang down and when he gets carried into the forest and all of that is pretty funny. And then I'm going to say another, maybe I can say another reason why I think you should read this book is because I love how the character changes. Okay, I really like how the character at the beginning wants to get rid of Floppy, but then can really see how wonderful Floppy is and how important Floppy is to him as soon as he gets threatened with not having Floppy anymore, how important it is to have Floppy. So those are two reasons. Why you should read Farewell Floppy. And then I tried to finish this up at the end. Farewell. Whoop. Spelled it wrong. Farewell Floppy. Or 2 reasons why you should play this video game. Or 2 reasons why you should get this toy. Or 2 reasons why you should play this sport because it's the best. So, your job today is to write a very short 5-sentence review and make sure you post it so we can see it. And this is a great chance for us to work on supporting opinions with evidence because we're going to do that in a much larger scale when we write our book review. Have a great day, 3rd graders.